I mean, now, is it true that Eminem used to open up for you?
We had a couple of shows where M opened up for me, and then there was times when, I came out before M. That's all. It's just I had an opportunity before him. I basically I brought one of Jay-Z's artists with me one time and told him who Eminem was before Eminem was Eminem, and he's from New York, he's from Brooklyn, and he's just like white boy. I'm like, all right. I basically say, you see the little dirty white boy over there? We were in Detroit and he was opening up for me. I said, he's better than 95% of us. And he's like, especially a New Yorker. He's just like, nah. I was like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'm 100% wrong. I said, he's better than 99.9% of us. And then the person said 95. And then I was like, 99.9% of us. Like, the fuck out of here, son. Da-da-da-da-da. He went back to Jay-Z, like, bro, son. This before him blew up, way before fucking Renegade and all that shit. Jay-Z had never heard of Eminem, and I promise to you, my friend Wise P from the Rangers, Wise to tell you, he came with me. I had to do a show in Detroit, and was opening. I told him, you see little stupid, dirty white boy? Watch this. And he went, he was a believer. Because at the end of the day, it's still about the craft. So just because you don't understand what the cover of the book looked like, don't mean
Exactly.
Fucking calculus in here. So
sure.
it was fun. It was that's one of my favorite stories about him. Wow. Before the world knew who he was. Detroit knew he was super talented. And any MC that came across him, of course, you don't know, like, bro, ill, bro. Like, we all, know your own kind. I'm like, that motherfucker problematic. He's ill. So it was great to, it was great, and if my friend would have said he wasn't, I would have looked at him funny. Like,
sure.
Like, you can't deny that. It's like, certain people, you can't deny me. You can't deny Rakim. You can't deny it. You got to give it to those people, Pun, whoever. Pharaoh, Most Def, you got to give it to him. Like, bro, like, you're incredible, man. And God blessed you with this talent that we all have. And, Busta Rhymes, whoever, you got to give, like, you ain't hurting yourself by acknowledging somebody's really amazing too. It should be motivation. Like, that is amazing. And I'm good. I'm great too, but fuck, that made me like, I got to get in too. So you want people like that. Still sharp and still. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's amazing that you mentioned that, because I was speaking to Swifty McVeigh last year, and he said pretty much the same thing. A lot of artists would, a lot of producers, of labels would knock Eminem down because of his skin color, basically.
There's too many people out here who just don't want to give him the respect he deserves because of the color of his skin.
Sure.
It's people that still do not want to give him the respect that he deserves because of the color of his skin. You know what I'm saying? Give this man his flowers. He takes his craft seriously, and he gives y'all what these forefathers birthed and taught us to give: lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Lyricism, syllables, wordplay. These are all the things that the forefathers of hip hop put in existence for us to have.
Exactly.
And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be rapping the way I'm rapping. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Rap stands for rhythm and poetry. So you got to have some type of poetic type of mindset when it comes to rapping to make people want to think and say, damn, did you hear what he said? Did you hear what she said? Oh, that was clever. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Oh, listen how he put words together. That's what it's all about. And now that he's giving it to you, you got these people out here discrediting it. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of MCs want to discredit it because they know deep down inside they can't bring the level of lyricism that he brings. So they discredit his lyricism to compensate for them not being able to do it, so they can be respected for not doing it. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't socially, and this is white label execs. It's just like, no, white guys can't be rappers. Like, no. What about Third Base? What about the Beastie Boys? Like, just because Vanilla Ice doesn't mean every white guy can't rap, man. You gotta stop.
Sure.
So in hip hop, we know better than that. It's just again, corporate America, or groupthink starts making these rules about what is or isn't possible.
Sure.
I know my own kind. Some people all over the planet that are ill. That closed-minded people that say like, I'm never listening to, international, or I don't like UK rap. I don't want to. Just like, you're just stupid, bro. It's talented people, bro.
Exactly. I mean, do you still have a relationship with him now, or?
I haven't seen him in years, man. I don't think I don't have anything. We have no ill will that I know of. A lot of that stuff gets real. It's the people around people, sometimes. Anytime I'm around Eminem, we're usually, I've always had like famous, like we end up talking about some other shit going on a whole different tangent.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to, have a rapport with him. I talk to Royce. I see Royce.
Sure.
I would, I know obviously he talks to him. I don't know. Maybe I should have told Royce one of these times, like, yo, man, tell him I want to talk to him. But then on the flip side, he hasn't reached out and said, hey, Ras, how you doing? So,
sure.
Be on some human shit. You don't want to. I don't want to be. You got a million people, trillion people trying to pursue him. But as a peer, as a homie, and
Yeah.
I always felt like.
Sure.
I always felt like gave him like any other talented MC, that I always treated him as my peer and as my brother, and this bar shit way before his success.
Yeah.
So I always expect that, because that's how Big Pun and Tupac and Big L and that's how they treated me. They treated me like a peer. I was a little brother, but I was a peer. I didn't sell a record or whatever. They just knew the talent. So I always expect, and that's what I've always tried to do, is treat anybody who I think is my peer on this mic as my brother. And so I always hope that they would do the same, whether, numbers and success and all the other things that are not necessarily, they're out of our control sometimes.
Yeah.
So that stop us from being, brothers with the bars or whatever. So, yeah, actually that's a good, I would hope one day Ben would reach out as a human being, as a brother that never treated him no differently.